Hi VC, Dino Vinyl Times, back with another video. It's been a few weeks since I made my last one, probably getting on for a month now. So I thought, yeah, best make a video, do a little update, tell you what's going on. The reason I haven't been making as many videos is because I've started a new full-time job now, so it's kind of taken me away from making as many videos as I used to do. Purely because time constraints and all that good stuff. But I thought I'd make a video and just show you a few bits that I've got, some Vclt that I received, and yeah, so I'm gonna crack straight onto it and get straight into what I've got. So in the background, you can hear the stone roses. I picked this up off of eBay last week. And it arrived on Saturday. Yeah, and it came in 2 plastic bags, which if anybody's seen on the Facebook, I posted a picture of it. I wasn't too impressed. Lucky enough, the vinyl wasn't in that bad of a condition. Just mainly the cover that was. There's nothing wrong with the record. The record was absolutely fine. Just the cover was a little bit bent, and on the back, you can just see there it's a bit bad. But bar that, it's not too bad. But I'm really happy to get it, and it's a great album. It's a first press, though it doesn't have the raised lettering. It still comes on the label. The label's a first press label. So yeah, really happy to get that. Great album. I played it twice this morning already, and it's playing again in the background. So yeah, uber happy to get that. Right, it's got the nice covered in inner sleeve. The back one there. So yeah. Yeah, really happy to get that one. My good friend on the VC, who I chat to quite a bit, Bo, Earhead 6's channel, decided he wanted to send me some Vclt, which was very kind of him. And I got it a few weeks back now. I just haven't got around to making a video. I've spoke to Bo via Facebook to say thank you and how grateful I was to receive it. So it's some really good stuff. So I'll show you what he sent me. So the first up is and then along comes this the association, a Cherish Along Comes Mary, featuring Cherish and Along Comes Mary even. I'll get that out in a minute. Yeah, on Valiant Records. It's really cool. I have got the Best of Association. This is really nice to add to my collection. It's obviously they're all US presses as well, which is really cool. It's a really sort of heavyweight vinyl on there as well. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's all right. I listened to it through a couple of times since I've had it, and yeah, I'm still sort of learning a lot about the association. I'm getting familiar with their stuff. So that was a really great sort of addition to my collection to start off with. So yeah, really happy to get that. Next up is still in the shrink, this one. This is the Tremolos and the World's Explosion, 1958 to 1968, England, USA, Argentina, Uruguay, Denmark and Holland. And yeah, this is a really nice copy on Epic. Yeah, that's nice Epic labels on there. I haven't got much of the Tremolos, and the one Tremolos record I do have is battered. It's absolutely knackered. So obviously I don't play it very often. Well, I don't play it at all really. So it was nice to pick this up and get given this, or I should say. So it's really good copy, still in the string. So somebody's obviously looked after it before, and again, a US press. So yeah, really happy. Next up, I didn't know anything about this band at all until I received the record. So I had to do a little bit of homework on it, but so anyway, yeah, it's the Blues Project Projections, and it's on the Verve Folkway labels, and I have played this, and I really like this. This is really sort of up my street at the moment. So very bluesy sort of, yeah, just really good. I don't really know too much to say about it because I don't really know too much about the band. As far as the music's concerned, the music's top notch. I really enjoyed it, and I've played a fair few times already. Again, it's another band I'm trying to sort of absorb really and sort of get to know a little bit about. So that was really good. And again, it's another another US copy. It's on a really thick cardboard. It's really nice sort of set stuff, and yeah, some nice fur folkways inner sleeve with some advertising other artists on the label, which is cool. And then you have the gold label for the actual labels. It's pretty cool. And yeah, and then the next up, I was really chuffed to get this. I was after this for a long time. This album that Bo has very kindly sent me, and it's Small Faces Nut Gone Flake picture disc, which is a brilliant. I'm so happy to get this. It's really, I just love the artwork on Nut Gone Flake, and obviously I'd love to have an original one day of it with the actual circular sleeve. But this is absolutely fantastic, and I was really chuffed to get this. There's my note in there from Bo, so I don't know if I'm going to play this one a lot because I'd like to keep this quite nice, and I do have a later 2009 reissue of Ogden's Nut Gone Flake, so I can play that one and just keep this one sort of nice and pristine in the plastic here. So, but yeah, I was really chuffed to get that, and I just wanted to say thanks to Bo. If you haven't checked his channel out, I'll put a link in the bottom. Yeah, thanks Bo, you've been very generous to me there, and I will be repaying the favour. I know you've told me not to, but that's not how it works, so I'll definitely be sending you something. I'm just about to move house as well, so I'm sort of in a bit of a transition period. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with my records as far as when I'm going to start packing them up and moving them. And talking about moving records, I watched John Techhead's video about how he goes to about move records, or he's asked people how they move theirs, and there's been some really good responses. So people who are coming up with ideas like in the VC, I think that's great because it sort of does help out loads of people. When I wouldn't even thought to ask that question to the VC, which obviously John has, and he's brought up some really good ideas and really good things to be mindful of when you are moving your records. So I would definitely take some of that advice on board. Like I say, thanks Bo, it was really generous of you. I've got a few ideas of what I'd like to send you back. It just may be a little time in the making because of work commitments now and the fact I'm moving house, but there will definitely be something in the post to you. I've got a few ideas what I want to send, and yeah, thanks very much mate, it's very much appreciated. Cheers. So next up, a few other bits and pieces. I picked up this from my local record shop, and this was only 99p because it's in a bit of a bad way. Well, the cover is anyway. This is Moby Grape, 20 Granite Creek. Really into sort of my Moby Grape sort of garage stuff at the moment, as well as sort of the bluesy stuff. I'm just going, I don't know what it is, I just really like that sound, and again that's where kind of me and Bo have been vibing a little bit with. He's been telling me a lot about bands and stuff like that to look out for, and obviously I know Dylan Harrison and Blake, they're also quite into their garage and stuff, so obviously I've seen them, a few of their videos that they've posted about Moby Grape, and again it's just sort of music I'm just kind of finding out about really. Sort of missed it previously and not really had too much to do with the genre, so it's been really good to pick up stuff like this, and for 99p, yeah, it's pretty shagged down there, but the record's okay, and for 99p that'll do me, and I'd always look out for another copy, so yeah, really happy to get that one. A little compilation album I picked up again at the same time, and that was only 99p, purely because it had Moby Grape on it, and I think this is a fairly common compilation, and it's The Rock Machine Turns You On. So you've got people on there like Bob Dylan, Moby Grape, Spirit, the Zombies, the Peanut Butter Conspiracy, Leonard Cohen, Taj Mahal, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and it was off of this album that I've now sort of looked at other bands like the Peanut Butter Conspiracy that I'd never even thought of or never heard of before, Spirit, which I'd only sort of vaguely touched on before, so I'm not one for buying compilation albums normally, but this one's been really good, and I know there's another one in the series of this. I think it's on a pink one, and The Rock Machine Turns, or The Love Machine Turns You On, or something like that. So I'd definitely be looking out for this. I'd like to get a better copy of this because it is, again, it's not in the greatest shape, and it's just got a few pops and crackles in it. So, but yeah, so that was really good. And if you're into that kind of stuff, check it out definitely. Oh, it had Moby Grape on here as well. So if I didn't say that previously, but yeah, it was definitely worth a check out. And yeah, talking of Spirit, I picked up this the following week from there. And I'm really into this. It's quite psychedelic for me. Sort of, again, just kind of touching on these sort of psych and garage bands and blues bands, because it's not something I'd sort of really listened to a lot before. So I'm just trying to sort of find my way around those genres and try and get some good stuff. But I was really happy to get this. Is an original of the Family That Plays Together, the Family That Plays Together by Spirit, or the Motel 6 album, which is what some people call it, even though it's called Family That Plays Together. Yeah, a freak image on the back there, but some really cool stuff. I really like that. Yeah, just cool. So that's that. I went up to my wife's hometown of Crewe in England, and in a little place, it's like an antiques shop, stroke record shop. I went in there about 2 weekends ago and picked up this. I was really happy with. It's a really nice copy of the Quadrophenia, the original soundtrack from the movie film. Sorry. Yeah, some great artwork in there. This is 1978, I believe. 79, sorry. And yeah, on Polydor, but really nice. I mean, I don't own Quadrophenia, the album, by The Who, which I'd like to get hold of. Which I should do, really. I don't know why I keep passing it up, but there's always something else, I suppose. But yeah, great artwork on this, and the music's fantastic. I mean, it's not all just The Who. You've got the high numbers and cross sections. So there's some, the King's Men, Booker T and the MGs, the Chieftains, the Ronettes, and the Crystals. So yeah, it's not all just sort of Who music. So yeah, basically just songs from the film, which obviously, being a bit of a mod myself, or like to think I am, it's kind of essential in the collection, really. So yeah, I was really chuffed to get that. And it was a tenner, but it was in really good condition, so I was really happy with it, and plays absolutely beautiful. So there's that one, and I will definitely be trying to find a copy of Quadrophenia that's sort of within my price range. I stumbled across this. I've already got this, but I found another copy, and it's a slightly better. So this is an upgrade copy of Pink Floyd's Medley. This has a textured sleeve, nice front on there. Yeah, I was quite happy to get that. 99p, couldn't really turn it down. So, like I say, I do have. Oh shit! I have this copy. So my camera's just about full. There we go. Yeah, I have a laminated copy, and then I bought this one. The 99. No, sorry, this one 99p was about £4, was it? I think it was about £4, but yeah, it's a really nice textured gatefold, as opposed to the sort of laminated gatefold. But yeah, so I was pretty happy with that. Next up, I went to a record fair in Swindon. It was run by my mate Rusty. It's the first record fair in Swindon for over 20 years. And it was a really good day. There was loads of sellers there. Loads of people do all different kinds of music. So there were dance specialists there. There were reggae specialists. There were jazz, and near enough all the genres you could think. And it was quite well attended as well, which was really good. A friend of mine, me and my friend were going to go, but he had to pull out at the last minute. So I went on my own, but I knew Rusty was going to be there, who was running it. So went up, and I had some records to show him that I was looking at, interested in maybe trading, or if he could, you know, sort of pass them around to some of them sellers and see if they'd be interested in it. Which nothing's come of that yet, but we're working on something, so hopefully something should happen, and I'll let you know more about that as and when it evolves. But I did pick up a few bits. I had a budget of £50, and I spent that budget as you would do. And so here's what I got. First up, this is I'll do this one first because it's this is Electric Sugar Cube Flashbacks, and this is a compilation of 60s UK psych, freak beat, garage, and basically it's just loads of sort of, what do you say, bands that didn't quite make it so well, or sort of weren't that well known in the UK at the time, from the sort of psychedelic scene. So you've got people like on there, like The Smoke, which is one of the bands I did know. You've got, I don't know, Chicago Line, Mickey Finn, Southern Sound, and at the end they've got on side 2 of this, there's a a Ray Davies demo of All Night Stand, which is pretty good. And on the back here, it just tells you a little bit about all the bands and stuff like that. So just some sort of UK psych, really cool. And my favourite track on there is My Friend Jack by The Smoke, which that's one of the reasons I bought the album, just because it's hard to find on its own. But they're really good as well. I've been listening to these on Spotify, and I just didn't think the records I'd ever come across them, but I managed to come across this one, and I managed. And that's volume 3. There's a set of 4 of these, and that's volume 3, which I've just dropped. And yeah, still in the shrink. And here's volume 4, and this has a slightly different lineup on the back. You've got here, you've got Skiff Biffity, Village, Fleur de Lis, Our Plastic Dream, the Dave Clark 5 are on here. Dave Clark 5 with Maze of Love. And again, it just shows you a little bio of all the bands on the back there. These were actually released in the 80s. I think they were from 81, both of them. Sorry, all 4 sets are from 81. And yeah, it's really sort of turned me on to some more sort of British psych music, which is pretty cool. And the guy I bought them off for, I've taken my details and he's trying to look out for volume 1 and 2 for me as well. So that was pretty cool to get. This next album is probably one of my favourite albums that I've bought just recently for listening to, and really happy to get it. And that's Love Revisited. Quite hard to get hold of any sort of Love albums over here in good condition at a reasonable price. You don't see them in the charity shops. You don't see them in the smaller record shops. You know, I've only ever seen stuff by Love at like proper record fairs. So I think this is their first compilation album they did, and this is brilliant. I love I've really got into this. The opening track on here, My Little Red Book, it just does something to me every time I hear that track. It's just awesome, and I really enjoy it. So this is a UK version on Elektra, and yeah, super stoked to get this. Absolutely. I'd love to get a few of the other albums like the Capo and Forever Changes, but again, it's just a money issue really, because you don't see them on a cheap basis. So, but yeah, pick that one up at the record fair as well. And next up, this was, again, I didn't know anything about this band, and it was actually Rusty who was running the record fair, recommended it to me, and he said, if you like what you've just bought there, which were those 4, so why not just try these. They're a Dutch band called Q65, and he said this is a good start of the greatest hits, and on Decca, and it's really nice. And him and his wife were both singing their praises about this band. They'd actually seen a few years back in Holland, I believe. But this was original. This is a Holland issue as well. It's all in Dutch on the back. And yeah, and again, it's a bit more garage psych stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. I've played it once so far since I've had it, and yeah, I need to give it a few more lessons. But yeah, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed that, and I'm really happy to take the recommendation from Rusty for that one. So it was really cool. The record stopped. It's always the way. Next up, I picked up a copy of Machine Head Deep Purple on a gatefold. I don't know why I didn't pick this one up earlier, because it's been sat in my record shop since I've been going in there, and it was only £6. I don't own it, so I thought, well, why not? And it's in a really good condition. I say it's got the gatefold on there. And one of the sort of must-have albums for the Deep Purple collection, I suppose. Yeah, really chuffed to get that. Not had a chance to listen to it yet. Next up, The Doors. This is the Doors, I suppose. But yeah, it's on Elektra. Picked this up on Saturday from the car boot sale. That's with the butterfly label on the front there. Yeah, I mean, I got this cheap, I think, because it needs a really good clean, and there's 1 or 2 suspicious marks on there. But I'll give it a good clean as much as I can and see what it is. But yeah, it was £3, so I'm not really going to complain too much. I know a few people have got this album. I saw that Dr. Dale Shannon, he was playing this record this morning. So there you go, pick that one up as well. And on a word to you, Shannon, I've got your address now, and I'm just waiting to send out your VCLT. It should be going tomorrow morning, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe up to 10 days, they said. So hopefully that will be with you soon. And then, yeah, and then it's all good. Right, alright, so there's that one. Next up, one album that I've been waiting to get since I've been collecting records, really. Has to be one of my... It's not a grail, it's not... Well, I mean, some people would call it a grail, but it's not a grail to me per se, because I knew it was always available, but I just never sort of got around to getting it or saw it for a reasonable price. But it is one of my favourite albums from the 2000s. I just love it. I mean, I play it constantly on CD and on Spotify that I have, because I just love it. I think it's one of the best guitar albums out there for this sort of era and this kind of music. And that album is The Strokes' Is This It? I just love it. I love the UK artwork on it as well, as opposed to the American artwork. I just absolutely adore this album. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Favourite track on there has to be Try Your Luck. I think it's amazing. There's the guitar solos in there. They just blow me away every time. And it always brings out my air guitar in me when I play it. But yeah, it's really nice. And this is an original first press. This is not a later Music on Vinyl reissue. This is a first press on Rough Trade, which I think you can just see there. And this was an eBay purchase, again, because I haven't really seen it out in the wild. So yeah, super stoked to get it. Absolutely super stoked, and just love playing it. I think it's an amazing album. It's an iconic album for sort of the 2000s and sort of growing up at the time. Listening to this quite a lot. So yeah, so super happy to get this. I'm really chuffed, and it's going to go on again in a minute. So that's that one. And then last but not least, I've got Kasabain. This is the 10-inch. Well, they only released it on the 10-inch of 4813. Nice gatefold, 2 LP set. Yeah, I picked this up from HMV the other day. No, brand new sealed in the box. And I was going to buy 2 and be a bit weird and just keep 1 sealed, but my wife said, no, why don't you just get 1? So I kind of listened to her. And yeah, this is really cool. Comes with a download code. Love it, absolutely love it. They've come back with something a little bit different this time. Some dance influences in there, and some things you wouldn't expect for Kasabain. But like they've said in a few interviews, they didn't have to ask anybody's permission to make this album. They wanted to make it the way they wanted to, and it's just been brilliant. I mean, watching the back end of Glastonbury and that headline set on the Sunday just sort of blew me away, actually, and just shows you how good that band are. And this album is just amazing. I mean, I only think they've made 1 poor album so far, and I think that was Velociraptor. That really didn't sort of set any bells ringing for me, really. Where this one kind of has, because they've gone down a slightly different route and challenged the conceptions of what Kasabain are. So yeah, so I was really happy, and I really wanted to get. They were doing signed versions on the internet, but by the time I got on their website, but by the time I got around to sort of purchasing it, having the cash for it, they didn't have any left, so I just went down the HMV route. But I'm always looking out for Kasabain stuff. I've got this and one other 10-inch single, but Kasabain vinyl is just ridiculously expensive. Their albums, most of their studio albums, go for £100 plus. This is the only one that doesn't, because obviously it's just brand new released. So yeah, super hard to get hold of anything Kasabain. Even their singles, the 10-inch singles, can go for silly money. So yeah, so I'm always looking out for Kasabain. One of my favourite bands. One of the bands I just love to have everything they've got. But yeah, so that's kind of it, really, guys. Not a lot else going on, really. I say I'm just in the throes of moving. Which it's been a bit stressful because we don't know what date we're moving yet, so it's all sort of. And I don't want to pack any of my records away because I want to get at them, I want to play them. So it all might be a bit of a mad rush to when we do start to move. But besides that, everything's good. So I'm working now. That's taking up a lot of time. Still, the baby's on the way. Still going good. Due date in November, so that's a bit more exciting. You know, wife's getting really big now, which is cool. She's loving it. Thanks for all the messages from everybody as well. There's some really kind messages about what's going on with us. So yeah, thanks for that. I think that's about it. Much more to say. I might make a few competition response videos now. So check them out afterwards if you want. Alright, thanks guys. I'll speak to you later. Bye.